He shares his future plans and you're always in them. This simple truth carries more weight than many realize when a man talks about his dreams, goals, and the road ahead. Including you in those conversations is one of the most profound ways he shows his commitment. It means that in his mind, you're not just part of his present. You're woven into the very fabric of his future. Whether he's discussing a big career move, a place he wants to live, or even small everyday plans. Mentioning you as part of that vision shows he sees you as a lasting presence in his life. This inclusion isn't always loud or dramatic. It might come in quiet, casual ways. He might say, "When we take that trip next year," or "We should try that new hobby together." These moments may seem small, but they're incredibly significant. They're his way of signaling that you matter enough to be part of the decisions and experiences that shape his days to come. It's not about grand gestures or formal promises. It's about the consistency of thought and intention. By painting pictures of the future that include you, he's marking you as someone he wants to grow with, someone he trusts to stand beside him through life's twists and turns. Sharing future plans also reveals a deep level of trust. When he opens up about what he hopes to accomplish or where he wants to be, he's showing vulnerability. Including you in those conversations means he values your opinion, wants your input, and sees you as a partner in navigating the path ahead. It's an invitation to be part of his life's journey, not just as a spectator, but as an active participant. This level of emotional investment reflects a bond that goes beyond fleeting attraction or surface-level connection. It shows that he's thinking seriously about building something lasting with you. You might notice this in the way he talks about the coming months or years, whether it's planning holidays, career changes, or even how he envisions daily routines. He imagines sharing these moments with you, making decisions that affect both your lives. This shared vision creates a foundation for mutual goals and aspirations, helping you both feel connected and aligned. It's a way of saying, without needing to say it outright, "You belong here with me." When a man includes you in his future plans, it also brings a sense of security. Knowing that he sees you as part of what's next can deepen your trust and confidence in the relationship. It reduces doubts about where you stand and helps you feel valued and prioritized. This mental and emotional space he's giving you is a quiet but powerful declaration of his intentions. In essence, sharing his future and placing you within it is one of the clearest and most meaningful signs that he's marking you as his person. It's a commitment woven into everyday conversation, a steady promise that wherever life leads, he sees you walking alongside him. This subtle but profound inclusion says more than words ever could. It speaks to a partnership grounded in trust, hope, and shared dreams for the days yet to come. 1. He always remembers the smallest details you share. He always remembers the smallest details you share. And at first, you might not even notice it. But then, in quiet conversations or unexpected moments, he brings up things you said weeks ago, things you barely remember saying yourself. You might have casually mentioned your favorite childhood snack, or how you hate the sound of dripping taps, or even a story about your late uncle's garden. And somehow, those details come back, gently woven into your interactions with him like secret threads. It's not loud, it's not grand, but it's personal. It shows that when you speak, he's truly listening. Not just hearing you, but storing pieces of you like they matter. He doesn't need to ask you twice about your favorite flower, because he already took note. When your mood shifts slightly, he picks up on it faster than others, because he remembers how your voice changes when you're tired, or how you go quiet when something's bothering you. You feel seen, not because he says, "I see you," but because he proves it in how he remembers the tiniest parts of you. The date of your big interview, the color you said made you feel confident, the movie scene that made you cry. He holds on to all of it. This kind of attention doesn't come from someone who's casually passing time. It comes from someone who's silently invested, someone who wants to know your world, not just visit it, but learn its language. And even when you feel like your voice is lost in the noise of the world, he makes sure it's heard in his mind. Every little thing you say becomes a small truth he holds on to. And through those truths, he's marking you. Not with ownership, but with presence. You're not just someone he spends time with. You're someone whose words echo in his memory, even after the conversation ends. 2. He introduces you to his close friends without hesitation. He introduces you to his close friends without hesitation, and that's more powerful than it might seem at first. He doesn't make a big speech or stage it like some grand gesture. It just happens naturally, as if your place in his life is already understood. You're at a coffee shop, and his phone buzzes. "Oh, that's Marcus, he's nearby. Let me introduce you," he says without thinking twice. There's no awkward pause, no need to explain who you are in some vague or cautious way. He brings you into his world effortlessly, with a kind of quiet certainty. When a man introduces you to the people he trusts most, it's a silent confirmation that you matter. It's not just about approval or presentation, it's about comfort. His friends aren't just meeting someone he's talking to, they're meeting someone he sees as part of his inner circle. He doesn't treat it like a test or something you have to earn, because in his heart, you've already earned it. You're not an outsider peeking in. You're someone he wants beside him, even in the moments that define who he is when no one's watching. And the way he watches you blend into his world, that little look of pride, that relaxed smile when you're laughing with his friends, says everything. He wants his people to know who you are. He wants you to feel like you belong, because in his mind, you already do. It's a kind of unspoken intimacy. Not flashy, not loud, but deeply real. In a world where people often hide their feelings or keep things casual, this small, simple act says, "I'm not hiding you. I'm proud to have you here." And even without saying the words, he's telling both you and the people closest to him, you're not temporary, you're part of the picture. 3. He subtly mirrors your body language. He subtly mirrors your body language, and it's not something he even realizes he's doing. That's what makes it so sincere. When someone starts to reflect your posture, your gestures, or even the rhythm of how you speak, it's often a subconscious sign of connection. With him, it's not calculated. It just happens because his body is tuned into yours. When you cross your legs, a few moments later, he does too. When you lean in during a conversation, he leans in without missing a beat. It's as if his presence is dancing with yours, without either of you saying a word. You'll start to notice it in the smallest ways. If you're sitting with your hands wrapped around a cup, so is he. If you smile softly and tilt your head, his expression softens too. These aren't rehearsed behaviors, they're reactions, natural ones, that stem from a deeper comfort, a quiet longing to stay in sync with you. It's almost like his body is trying to say, "I see you, I'm with you," and it creates a rhythm between you both that feels safe, warm, and familiar. This silent mirroring isn't just about attraction, it's about emotional alignment. It means he's present, attuned, and engaged. It means you affect him without trying. Even in group settings, when conversations swirl around, his body might instinctively orient toward you, knees pointed your way, shoulders angled to keep you in view. And the moment you laugh, you might notice him laughing too, even if he didn't fully hear the joke. That's what connection does. It creates unspoken harmony. So when he starts reflecting your body language, not just once, but consistently, it's his way of drawing closer without needing permission. Because something in him has already decided. You feel like home. 4. He uses we instead of I in conversations. He uses we instead of I in conversations. And it's a subtle but powerful sign that he's thinking beyond just himself. When he talks about plans, challenges, or even simple daily things, he naturally includes you as part of the equation. It's not just about what he wants or needs, but what the two of you want and need together. This shift from I to we isn't forced or rehearsed. It's genuine. It shows that in his mind, you're already a team, a partnership, even if you haven't said the words out loud yet. When he says things like, "We should try that new restaurant," or "We need to figure out our schedule," he's mentally blending his world with yours. You become part of his thoughts, his decisions, and his future. It's a quiet way of saying that he sees you not as a separate individual, but as someone who belongs by his side through the ups and downs. Even in conversations about challenges or problems, we shows he's ready to face things together rather than alone. It's a sign of emotional commitment. You might catch this when he talks about things that don't even directly involve you, but he still frames them as shared experiences. Maybe it's about a trip he's planning or a change at work. He brings you into the story as if you're already part of the journey. It's a small linguistic choice that carries a lot of meaning. When a man naturally uses we, it means his mind and heart are already intertwined with yours, even if the relationship is still new. It's a sign that he's thinking about a future that includes you, and that's a powerful place to be. 5. He places his hand on your lower back in public. He places his hand on your lower back in public, and it's a quiet but meaningful gesture that speaks volumes without saying a word. It's not just about physical touch. It's about connection, protection, and belonging. When he does this, he's subtly letting others know that you're with him, that you're his person, and that he's proud to have you by his side. It's a small act that creates an invisible bond between you two, a way of saying, "I'm here for you," without needing to shout it out loud. This kind of touch is different from casual contact. It's intentional but gentle, confident but respectful. It shows he's comfortable being close to you and wants to create a sense of closeness that's visible to the world. When his hand rests there, it's a silent reassurance, not just to you but to everyone around, that you belong together. It's a way of marking space, not possessively, but affectionately. It's his way of holding you in a safe place, both physically and emotionally. You might notice this gesture when you're walking together, or standing in a crowd, or even just waiting in line. His hand finds your lower back naturally, almost instinctively, as if to guide you or to keep you connected amid the bustle around you. It's a subtle form of intimacy that says he's attentive to your presence and that you're important to him. In moments like these, the world fades a little, and it's just the two of you, connected by a simple but powerful touch. 6. He saves your texts and rereads them. He saves your texts and rereads them, and it's a quiet sign that what you say matters deeply to him. While many people scroll past messages or forget old conversations, he holds onto your words like treasures. Your texts aren't just fleeting notifications on his phone. They're moments he wants to revisit, reminders of you that he carries with him throughout the day and night. This isn't about obsessing, it's about cherishing the connection you share, even when you're not together. When he rereads your messages, it shows he's replaying your voice in his mind, reliving the moments you've shared through words. Maybe he smiles at a joke you sent, or feels comfort in your goodnight texts, or finds strength in something encouraging you wrote during a tough time. Your texts become a bridge between you, something tangible he can hold onto when you're apart. They remind him of your personality, your warmth, and the way you make him feel long after the conversation has ended. This habit also means he pays attention to what you say, the little things, the details, the emotions behind your words. He remembers your moods, your hopes, your fears, because they're written in those messages. By saving and rereading them, he's silently telling you that your voice is important, that he values your thoughts, and that he's invested in your story. It's an intimate act of caring that goes beyond physical presence. It's about holding you close through the language you share, preserving your connection even when you're miles apart. 7. He gently corrects people who get your name or facts wrong. He gently corrects people who get your name or facts wrong, and it's a small but telling sign of how much he cares about you. When someone mispronounces your name or mixes up details about you, he doesn't ignore it or let it slide. He quietly steps in to set things straight. It's not about making a scene or showing off. It's about respect. By correcting others softly and calmly, he's protecting your identity and showing that you matter enough to him to defend even the little things. This gesture reveals that he's paying attention, not just to you, but to how others perceive you. It's as if he's silently saying, "She's important, and the world should get it right." Whether it's at a dinner, a casual gathering, or over the phone, his corrections come from a place of loyalty and pride. He wants the people around him to see you clearly, the way he sees you, and to acknowledge your worth. More than that, this act shows a protective instinct. He's looking out for you in subtle ways that don't draw attention but mean a lot. It's a form of support that goes beyond words. It's about standing up for your name, your stories, and your truth. When he takes the time to gently correct others, it's a quiet way of marking you as someone valuable in his life, someone he respects deeply, and someone he wants the world to recognize for who you really are. 8. He subtly brags about you in front of others. He subtly brags about you in front of others, and it's a sign that he's proud to have you in his life. Without making a big show of it, he slips compliments or positive stories about you into conversations, almost casually, but with genuine warmth behind his words. Whether it's mentioning your talents, your kindness, or the little things that make you unique, he wants the people around him to know how special you are. It's his way of showing off, not to boast, but to celebrate you quietly. This kind of subtle bragging isn't about seeking approval or trying to impress others. It's about sharing his admiration for you with the world in a natural way. When he talks about your accomplishments or your good qualities, he's inviting others to see you through his eyes. He wants to build your reputation among his circle, to make sure that people understand what you mean to him. And in doing so, he's also reinforcing his own connection to you. It's like saying, "I'm lucky to have her." You might notice it when he brings up your name in stories, or praises your cooking, or shares how thoughtful you are without making it the center of attention. These moments feel effortless because they come from the heart. It's a quiet confidence in who you are together and a desire to make you known without overwhelming the conversation. When he subtly brags about you, it's a beautiful way of marking you as important and treasured, showing that you're not just part of his life, you're someone he's proud to stand beside. 9. He makes sure you're always included in plans. He makes sure you're always included in plans, and it's a clear sign that he wants you by his side, no matter what's happening. Whether it's a casual hangout with friends, a family gathering, or even a last-minute trip, he thinks about you first and makes sure you're invited. You never feel like an afterthought or an option. Instead, you're a priority in his world. This consistent inclusion shows that he's imagining life with you, sharing experiences, and creating memories together. This behavior isn't accidental or convenient. It's intentional. He puts in the effort to let you know you belong, that you're part of the circle. Even when plans get hectic or complicated, he finds ways to fit you in. It might be as simple as sending you a quick text saying, "We're going out tonight, hope you can come," or as thoughtful as rearranging his schedule so you can be there. This kind of consideration shows his commitment and the importance he places on your presence. Being included also means he values your company and wants others to see you as part of his life. It's a way of saying, without words, "She's important to me." And when you're included regularly, you start to feel a deeper sense of connection, not just with him, but with his world. It builds trust, belonging, and a shared sense of journey. He's not just living his life alongside you. He's weaving your lives together through every plan and invitation. 10. He checks in during small parts of your day. He checks in during small parts of your day. And it's one of those quiet ways he shows he's thinking about you, even when you're apart. It might be a simple message. How's your morning going? Or a quick call to see if you made it safely somewhere. These little moments of reaching out aren't about control or obligation. They're about connection. They're his way of weaving himself into your daily life, reminding you that you're on his mind, no matter how busy he is. These check-ins aren't just random. They happen at moments when he knows you might need a boost or just a friendly voice. Maybe it's right before an important meeting or during a break when he knows you usually feel overwhelmed. He's paying attention to your patterns, your highs and lows, and choosing to be there in small, meaningful ways. It's a subtle form of support that says, "I'm here for you," without demanding anything in return. Over time, these little check-ins build a rhythm between you, a steady heartbeat of care and attention. They create a feeling that you're not alone, that someone truly cares about how your day unfolds. It's a reminder that he's emotionally present, even in the mundane or ordinary moments. When a man takes the time to check in during small parts of your day, he's quietly marking you as someone important, someone worth his time, thought, and kindness. 11. He defends you when you're not around. He defends you when you're not around. And that speaks volumes about how much he respects and cares for you. Whether it's in a conversation with friends, colleagues, or even strangers, he doesn't let anyone speak negatively about you without quietly standing up for you. This isn't about confrontation or drama. It's about loyalty. It shows that even when you're not there to defend yourself, he has your back, and he's willing to protect your reputation without needing applause or recognition. When someone criticizes you unfairly or misunderstands your actions, he steps in, not to argue loudly, but to correct gently and firmly. He makes sure the truth is heard, and he won't allow false impressions to stick. This silent defense is a way of marking you as someone important in his life, someone he values deeply. It shows that he's emotionally invested enough to take your side even in your absence. You might not always hear about these moments, but they happen quietly behind the scenes. Maybe a friend mentioned something that wasn't kind, or a coworker spread a rumor, and he made sure to clear the air. This kind of protection builds trust, because it tells you that you're not alone. He's guarding your name and your feelings, and that's a powerful sign of his commitment. Defending you when you're not around is his way of saying, without words, you matter to me. 12. He touches your things like they're familiar to him. He touches your things like they're familiar to him, and it's a small but meaningful sign that he feels connected to your world. Whether it's picking up your phone to check a message, adjusting your scarf without asking, or casually handling your belongings as if they belong to him too, his comfort with your things shows a deeper sense of belonging. It's as if your space has become a shared space, and your life is intertwined with his. This ease around your possessions isn't about being careless or intrusive. It's about familiarity and acceptance. When he treats your things naturally, it means he's mentally making room for you in his life, and likewise, he's already stepping into yours. There's no hesitation or awkwardness. Instead, there's a quiet understanding that your world and his world are merging. You might notice this in everyday moments. He might grab your favorite mug without asking, fold your jacket when you take it off, or lean against your favorite chair without thinking twice. These small gestures reveal comfort and a desire to be part of your routine. They show that he's not just visiting your life. He's settling into it, marking his presence gently and affectionately through the things you own. 13. He remembers your comfort foods and brings them without asking. He remembers your comfort foods and brings them without asking, and it's a heartfelt way he shows he cares without needing reminders. Maybe you mentioned once how a certain meal or snack lifts your spirits after a tough day, or how you crave a particular flavor when you're feeling down. He doesn't just listen, he stores those details away. So when the moment feels right, he surprises you with exactly what you need before you even say a word. This gesture isn't about grand gifts or flashy surprises. It's quiet thoughtfulness. It says he's paying attention to the little things that make you feel, hey, happy and cared for. When he shows up with your favorite comfort food, it's more than just nourishment. It's a way of saying, I see you and I want to make your day better. It's a small act packed with love and understanding, reminding you that you're always on his mind. You don't have to ask or remind him. He just knows. And that kind of care speaks louder than words. It builds a sense of comfort and connection that goes beyond physical presence. Bringing your favorite food spontaneously is his way of nurturing your heart and marking you as someone he wants to support and cherish in the everyday moments of life. He lets you see his vulnerable side. He lets you see his vulnerable side. And that's one of the most significant signs he trusts you deeply. In a world where many people wear masks to protect themselves, he chooses to lower his guard around you. He shares his fears, his doubts, and the moments when he feels unsure or fragile. Not because he wants sympathy, but because he feels safe enough to be his true self with you. This openness is rare and precious, showing that he doesn't just want to impress you, he wants to connect with you on a real, honest level. When he reveals his vulnerabilities, it means he values your presence in his life beyond surface-level interactions. He's inviting you into the parts of himself that are usually hidden, the struggles he faces, the mistakes he regrets, the dreams he hesitates to chase. This kind of sharing creates a strong emotional bond, a space where both of you can be authentic and supported. It's a sign that he sees you not just as a partner, but as a confidant and a safe haven. Allowing you to see his vulnerable side isn't a weakness. It's a sign of strength and trust. It means he believes in your kindness and accepts that being open is the foundation for a deep, meaningful connection. When a man chooses to show you this part of himself, he's marking you as someone incredibly important, someone who holds his heart with care and respect. 15. He shares his future plans, and you're always in them. He shares his future plans, and you're always in them. When he talks about what's coming next, whether it's a career goal, a dream vacation, or even simple weekend plans, you're not just a bystander in the story he's telling. You're a central part of it. This means he's thinking long-term, envisioning a life that includes you in meaningful ways. It's more than just words. It's a sign that he sees you as a permanent fixture in his life, someone he wants to build memories and milestones with. Hearing him include you in his future isn't always dramatic or grandiose. It might be casual mentions like, when we move to that new place, or we should try that hobby together next year. But these small glimpses show he's mentally weaving you into his plans, treating you as a partner, not just a momentary companion. It's a way of signaling commitment without needing formal declarations. The future he imagines isn't complete without you. This openness to sharing plans also means he trusts you and values your input. By including you, he's inviting you to be part of his journey, making decisions together, and facing whatever comes as a team. It's one of the clearest signs that he's emotionally invested and ready to move forward with you by his side. When a man shares his future and places you in it, he's quietly but powerfully marking you as his person, for now, for tomorrow, and for whatever comes next.